instead of going to every moon in order, we're going to try to go to every moon in a random order. So in order to do that, I have put together this wheel here. And for the first quota, I'm only going to roll for the free moons plus Embrion. And then after the first quota, any moon is fair game. So I'm just going to have to make as much money as I can because I'll never know when I'll actually need the money. So yeah, hopefully you've caught on. Hopefully that was a good enough explanation, but let's roll to see what our first moon is going to be. I've done this before in update 49 and wanted to give it another go here in update 50. See if it helps me out with the solo Ironman run. We're going to go to Val first and we're going to remove that from the wheel as well. And just so you know, I do have a second wheel here for when I do beat the first quota, but for now we're going to worry about beating the first quota with the free moons plus Embrion. Leaving Embrion in there just, you know, in case I get it. So minimum I'm going to want to get here on Val is enough to go to Embrion if I have to sell and go to Embrion on day 2, which would be the worst possible roll I could get. And not ideal, but, you know, gotta deal with what we got. Flooded Val, so let's just go. Get this started. Gonna hope for a beehive here. Get 2 beehives. It is flooded though, so there is a possibility of me not actually being able to retrieve them. Is what it is. Okay, but 1 is pretty close by. We're gonna get at least 1. Hopefully it's worth a decent amount. 71, not the greatest beehive, but it is basically free, so it's okay. I'm gonna drop it back there instead of my normal spot, just so that way I have that little jump available to me when I come back. Now I'm gonna go check the backside, I guess, for the other beehive, just in case it's back here. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, nice. Okay. That's probably the fastest, one of the fastest times I could have found the beehives, so pretty happy about that, especially since it's not worth all that much to begin with. So it wouldn't be ideal to spend too much time going for these, but it's also a guaranteed 71, or in this case, for 2 beehives, 142 collectively. So I think it's worth going for. I could have used the extra time to buy a flashlight or something to kind of extend. Oh, I don't have enough stamina for that. But at least by not using my whole stamina bar, I'll recover enough to be able to run this onto the ship in the next go. And I'll just run to the main entrance from here. Oh, snake. Question is if I should play the flooded entrance, fire exit. I think I'll try main first. Hopefully I just get enough from main. But now I risk the possibility of potentially... Uh-oh, hold on. Wait. They're gonna drop me off. Okay, well at least they waited for me to be above land first. They almost made me drown. But I can't go inside now because I might die to the ceiling fan if they decide to take off. So I might have to wait a little bit. Okay. Yeah, because there is death by ceiling fan now. Newly added in update 50 with the tulip snakes. I haven't done it yet, but I don't get got by tulip snakes very often. Huh. So there's 13 objects on the map, allegedly. Hopefully we can find some. It's a decent big bolt. Hopefully we can find more than that. Kind of running in the dark here. Where's the red light? Oh man. What's it gonna be? Oh, spore lizard. Nice. What else is it gonna be? Oh, hoarding book? Okay, so no Bracken. Oh no, just kidding. It's Val. Math is wrong. Let's go get my big bolt though. And possibly just go a fire exit now. Dang, I forget what the indoor power level is on Val. I think it's like 6. Or 7. Outdoor power level is 6 for sure. Not getting a fantastic roll here on Val, not gonna lie. Pretty sure all the lights are on, yeah. Unless that's a loot room? No, this just a hallway. Oh god! Jesus. Alright, so looks like we're gonna go to attempt number 10 then. Alright. Well, at least we get to roll again. We introduced the concept with that one. Hopefully we can go on a decent run this time. I'm gonna have to actually add Val back onto the wheel here. This one. Val. Alright. And let's see where we're gonna go for attempt 10. First moon will be March. Okay. At least we're getting it out of the way. Don't really like March all too much. What weather does March have for me? Stormy? Yeah, this is just awful. Okay. Oh, gotta take the wheel off the screen here. At least we can lock out the stormy weather. Oh, I didn't scan for beehives. That's an L. Well, I guess we'll just play normally either way. Run this way, see if there are any beehives here. The hive scan is good because it can stop me from doing this run in the first place if there aren't any beehives. But if there are hives and I land and I don't see them immediately, I'm most of the time doing this run anyway. There's a beehive right there. Let's see how much it's worth and if it's worth running it all the way. 101 is pretty good. Oh, there's 2 beehives. Okay, let's go take a quick peek in main entrance first. Maybe get some lightning rods that can stop the hives from the loot room right here. Maybe I'm getting a little greedy. What was that sound? I think that was the real life dog. Okay. And I just heard it scratching through my headset. But yeah, 2 metal objects. We'll see if I end up actually running those. But I'll run these. Oh, not a good angle. Gotta go uphill for that. I went a little right there, so that way I can still walk around the beehives, hopefully without aggroing them. Yeah, and then reset. The question is whether or not I'm gonna get both of them, because it's kind of a far run. Yeah, and now the... Tulip snake. There's 2 of them even. I wonder if they get struck by lightning. Well, yeah, they definitely die when they get struck by lightning. It's just whether or not they get cheesed into it. There's a lot of tulip snakes, actually. Might as well finish running that, huh? Before the tulip snakes get me. Uh-oh. Yeah, Tulip Snake just got struck by lightning right now. It's not entirely finished, but I think I'm gonna take a quick peek over here. I don't think I have enough time to really run that second beehive. Or that metallic inventory. I might just have to take the L on this one. B-type. Whoa, I have never seen a fire exit spawn like that. It's at the bottom of the stairs like that. That's crazy. First time for everything, huh? Ooh, I almost dropped this off the map. See if I find anything here. I don't really have time to do this, I don't think. I better run these back. Let's make sure that the two metal objects are together, so that way I can drop them off pretty cleanly. When I have to. Okay. Surely not the fish. I'm a little worried that, oh my god, I'm not getting a crazy value here. Also, the beehive is kind of in the way, isn't it? Dude. Never mind, I'm okay. But I have two of them on me, huh? Shit. Hopefully they just drop me now. Okay, nice. $338. You know what? It's the first moon. I'm gonna go check the back fire exit as well. I run this beehive every time. Even if it means going up the hill. Oh man. Do I hear giant footsteps? I do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lightning kills it? God damn it. Dude. I don't like the return I got on that moon. Dog's going crazy now. It's fine. Alright, well, at least we get a second roll this time. Let's see what we get. Alright, we're just gonna play Forest Moons this video, I guess. Val. Alright, regular weather at least. We're about to prove why Val is better than March in update 50. Or at least as a solo. What the? That's not how you scan for stuff. 14 objects. There's at least one beehive then. No matter what, just because that's past Val's max spawn, I think. No, that's not true, because I got a 15 spawn on Val last time. Whatever, we'll just check this raw. We have mild weather, so we have the luxury too. Baboon Hawk nest is out here. I don't know if seeing those 3 pillars guarantees Baboon Hawk spawns, but I've said it in the last video, and I'll say it again. I prefer to, I'd rather outplay 2 giants than 1 giant plus any combination of monster. Because at least the 2 giants I can just trap at the bottom of this valley right here. I can't do the same as consistently with the other mobs. Dogs are pretty rare on Val to begin with. Sandworms are kind of rare also, so it's usually Baboon Hawks that are going to be the other issue. Okay, well, didn't see the beehive, if there was one. Doesn't seem like there was one. Let's try to not get our neck snapped by a bracken this time. Okay, not a bad start. Well, I mean, I only got like 200 on March, so that in itself was a pretty bad start. Ooh, tropicals. It's a pretty high value one too. Apparatus immediately. Feel like it's too soon. Bottles. Especially with how close it is to the main entrance. That's a full inventory at least. With already more than what I got on March. Let's at least check the fire exit then. And then last thing we'll do is we'll grab the apparatus. Yeah, Baboon Hawks spawning here isn't that good. Because then I risk losing all this stuff to Baboon Hawks, and it'll just take it all the way to the edge of the map also. Large axe. Nice. Easter egg. Don't know why that's so loud. Alright, let's just take what we got. This is literally 2 full inventories plus an apparatus. I think that's good enough. On what's usually considered a low value moon in this run, I think we'll take it. Oh yeah, shit. Especially since Baboon Hawk spawn is pretty likely here. Still no beehive unfortunately, but I mean we're gonna get 8, maybe 9 of the 14 objects on Val. Can't be too upset. Throw the Easter eggs, don't drop them. So that way even if they explode, they at least don't damage you. Damage matters when you're facing baboon hawks as well. Could be the difference between life and death, that one extra hit. I think I'm gonna grab the apparatus here, and then if I lose the bottles, it is what it is. But yeah, go in to the facility earlier rather than later. But I think I did loot enough scrap here to where the spawn rate or spawn chances have increased anyway. So it's already pretty dangerous coming back here. Spider over there. I just kind of full sent that, knowing full well that a bracken could have been camping that. And now we're definitely at like max spawn chance. So hopefully the spider didn't set up right in front of me. And hopefully a bracken doesn't spawn behind me. Cool. We'll secure the apparatus first over the bottles because it's worth a bit more. And it's also heavier. So a run back with just bottles will be easier than a run back with than just an apparatus. I'm pretty heavy here though, 79 pounds. Not a good look regardless of what enemy I encounter here, if I encounter one. But you know, something I might come to terms with is that in the Ironman, especially solo, I think you kind of just gotta play the first quota based on RNG and hope that you get some good RNG. Get a good start, because no point in committing to a run that's not going to be very lucrative or just isn't the greatest start, unless you just want to play it out and have some Ironman practice and reps. That's kind of why I decided to just move on despite my March start. It's like, might as well. You know, sometimes you might just get a ludicrous return on one moon that makes up for like the poor start that you got. Kind of reminds me of that one Nuzlocker, I think the Chinese one, that kind of had like the Nuzlocke spreadsheet where if he didn't get his ideal start he would just reset a bunch, and then the one where he actually won was one where he just said F it and then went with the vibes of the current run and he just won with the less than ideal team. So maybe we will win the Ironman challenge with the less than ideal start, or even just like ROI on certain moons that are supposed to be high value. Maybe I'll get like a high value experimentation or something, or I don't know. Maybe for the first time ever I'll get 1,000 on a single moon. Getting 1,000 on a single moon isn't impossible. I've seen players do it. It's just not something that I've done a lot of, since I don't spend a lot of time on moons solo. Which might be something I should work on for the long term. We'll see. Dude, I just realized I left the wheel up the whole time. That's troll. That's very troll. Okay. Well, we're gonna put the wheel back up and remember to put it back down, I guess. That's hilarious. Whatever. We keep going. 160 Lethal Company videos later, still don't have it entirely figured out, but at least we got to see the scoreboard. 477. Nothing really happened anyway. Okay, well, day 3 of the first quota. Let's roll one more time. And let's take the wheel off immediately after, too. Okay, we're gonna get the funniest one, I guess. Embrion. I mean, I wouldn't have put it on this wheel if I didn't think it was funny or entertaining, so... yeah, we're gonna have to sell some to go to Embrion. Let's see what the weather is like on Embrion, by the way. Mild weather, that's cool. Embrion costs, let's take the wheel down. Embrion costs 150. I'm currently selling at 77%. Let's see how much I need to sell. .77, or it's 90 divided by 0.77. I have to sell 117 worth of scrap. Okay. $117. What will get me to 117? in a way that makes sense. $66 plus 53 is close enough. Is there anything closer? No, well, I think we'll just go with that. And it's still large. Oh, bottles. That's literally just one off. Don't want to sell too much here because we're gonna want to get a good overtime bonus next time. Now, Embrion is one I haven't gone to yet for the Ironman. Kind of a meme moon. But we'll see how it goes. Goal is to not die here. I have 150 exactly on the dot. Yeah, almost jumped off on accident. Oops. Wouldn't have been good. Still got almost like 600 or so on the ship. And now we go to Embrion. Alright, haven't been to Embrion in a while, so hopefully we still know how to navigate this moon. We're gonna go main entrance first, and then go for a fire exit return. Yeah, I straight up have not played on this moon since I did the Ironman challenge with Nico and Larry the first time. And on that run, I just kind of ran in, took a peek inside and ran out. Haven't actually played the moon in a while. I think when I actually played the moon was when I did an Embrion only run with Nico, where the challenge was to just grab the apparatus every time. Now I know that grabbing the apparatus just activates all the old birds. I think I'm gonna grab it anyway. If I can. I'm not gonna grab it if it's at main. I'm gonna grab it if it's at the fire exit, though. Okay, well. Dude, that's too fast. I don't know if I could have done that any cleaner. Tattered metal sheet is troll. It's just so heavy. For what? Oh my god. The thumper. Might have to settle for this. There's the loot room though. Have to play the loot room. There's nothing in here though. Maybe behind the pallet, but not really worth a look, I don't think. Maybe just check fire exit now. I'm gonna run this under the assumption that I'm gonna be able to run back to the fire exit in time, and that I'm just gonna be spending the rest of the run by the fire exit. But at least I won't have to worry. Is one of these active? No, that's just the ambient sound, right? Yeah, but I'm running this back now with the expectation that my run back from the fire exit is gonna be a little dicey regardless, so yeah. I don't like how many of them there are, one. Maybe I just take the safe route back already. But I'm definitely not leaving with just that. There's a thumper. That's a bit of a bummer. And based on how that interior was looking, going to the fire exit is actually just going to bring me closer to the thumper. So worst case scenario, I just walk in and the thumper's right there. And I just have to leave anyway. But Embrion is usually a skippable moon in this challenge, at least in my head. So as long as I come back net positive here, I think we'll be okay. But because of how early it is in the run as well, I kind of want to get as much as I can here, at least safely so, because it can contribute to the first overtime bonus, and having one paid moon down early is pretty good, I think. Okay, that's literally right under the trap. Okay, we go. I'm not sure when these old birds start activating, but I'm pretty sure I've had one activate around this time before. I should probably save some stamina just in case. Especially with how many of them are close to the ship. At least I have this rock. Scary. And there's definitely at least one active right now too. But hey, we got 4 items. I think we'll take it. I mean the alternative is get a shovel and try to kill the thumper and then maybe make it back. I think we can be okay with this. Cool, and the wheel's not up yet. Actually, hold on. I'm just remembering now that I have to enable all the moons now that I've made it to the second quota. So maybe the amount of money I have is not okay. But we're in the hands of fate and RNG at the moment. I'll be able to go to 1. I should be able to go to at least 1, regardless of what it is, as long as it's not Artifice, actually. If it's Artifice, then it's just GG. But any other moon I can go to. It might be good if I get like an expensive moon early, but only 1. But we'll see how it goes. Sell everything. Get the Easter egg last. Might as well get this because it's up here. Imagine. I have not had an Easter egg bust on me yet, or at the company building, ever since like the first bout I've had with them. Like they exploded on me on the company building so much that I thought they just exploded by default, and that was just kind of like a troll thing that was implemented with the item. Until I watched Larry and Nico sell them without exploding. That's fine if it took it now, because I'm gonna have to at least do this in 2 trips. Since in vanilla you can only sell up to 12 items at a time. I've considered doing mods that'll like increase the sell cap and whatnot, and also just better ship scans, but you know, there's a certain joy of just not having to open Thunderstore and just loading up raw Lethal Company from Steam. You know, after you make 100 mod packs or so, it gets a little old. Sometimes you just want to get in the game and get going. That's how I am most of the time anyway. 744, not bad. Oh wait, well, that's including the 90 I sold previously. We'll see how much of an overtime bonus that'll get me. It'll at least get me over 700, so literally any moon other than Artifice I can go to. 761. So let's open up the other wheel that I have, and we have to take off the moons that I've already gone to. So we got to take off Val, we have to take off March, and we have to take off Embrion, and this is what we're left with. So let's roll and see where we're gonna go for day 1 of quota 2. Okay, we're gonna go to a paid planet immediately. We're gonna go to Dine. It's just asking me to go to all the moons that I don't normally go to, I guess. I haven't played on New Dine a lot. It's Eclipse, of course it is. Well, I can't afford to skip, unfortunately, so I don't even entirely know how to get to the fire exit, honestly. I just kind of followed Larry in the past. Alright, send it. Getting flashbacks already. Spike trap immediately. It's on reaction 1. Hello. I know it's a timed one, it's just a really slow one. Maybe I should have bought a flashlight. Can't believe I'm playing with no equipment. Oh, main entrance. Okay. Now, if I find any enemies here, I'm basically dead. Oh, another key. Dude, the scan has been failing me lately. And apparently I just walk over items too. Sometimes. People point it out whenever I do. But if there's anything to learn from watching me play, it's to not rely on your scans. It's coffee mug? Let's at least try to get one full inventory, if we can. Where the fuck? Okay. Well, since these didn't lead anywhere, we're gonna go back towards where I came from. Because there was pathways over there. There's actually an item over here. Perfume? Oh no. Might have to leave through the front door. Oh wait, there's a door right here. Maybe we get something worth our time, please. I know I'm carrying my whole inventory, but whatever, dude. Oh, I could have sworn that was an item, and that I was about to be roasted for walking over something again. Alright. Literally right there. What am I supposed to do? Oh, he's right. There's two giants. I'm praying that this is the way back. This next part is between me and the company. I saw him there. It's a race. It's a race, and I'm gonna win. This is not nearly enough. Whatever. Dude, I left the wheel up again. Maybe this challenge isn't good. God damn it. Whatever. $205, $1267. Fantastic. Alright, let's pull the wheel up again after not putting it away for the whole run. Alright, we're going to assurance. We're gonna outperform ourselves now. We're turning off the wheel first. Whatever. If I do this again, I might be better about putting the wheel away. At least nothing crazy happened. Quick peek at the fire exit, even though I should play main first. Maybe we get a cheeky first inventory here. Plastic fish. Toy cube. Maybe we just get our entire inventory here, actually. Oh, cash register, what? I didn't even know they can spawn on this map. That's crazy. I didn't even go the right way, bro. Where the f... I could've... Oh well, I guess what threw me off was the steam. I even had like a trail leading me back. What steam? Oh, it's because I have to go up. Sure, my bad. Okay, I'm not gonna risk falling for that. I mean, now I'm just committing to this fire exit early, and I'm gonna have to play main second. Not ideal. I mean, I found a cash register, so it is what it is. Pretty rare spawn, if I say so myself. It's so heavy that my mouse was out of range doing this strat because of how fast I go when I'm not holding it. The speed difference is just that noticeable. Too bad it's not worth more. Get this big bolt real quick too. Just in the nick of time before anything suspect spawns. Maybe the play when playing main later in the day is to run to that rock and jump up onto the pipe and then go back down. I don't know, maybe. Also just try to play quick and not get two-handed items. Only 247 for all that. Definitely behind pace. Oh, there's a beehive. Wait, saved? Depending on how much this is worth, I might run this. 79. I'm gonna take a peek first. See which is more valuable, because that's gonna take me a while. Or maybe I do both, but I have to get the items out first to see if I just leave after running the beehive. Yeah, I didn't like that sound. Cause I have a means to fight now. Okay, well there's a hoarding bug that probably stole everything. You know what? I think we will get the beehive. We're gonna start with it. I just might not go back for the yield sign. I got this pretty baller B route. Let me know in the comments if you ever used that pathing. You gotta come over here this way to make line of sight with the bees before grabbing them. Run towards the ladder in case I need it. One more dismount. Yikes. I'm not going back for 24. Even if it costs me the run. Not for a yield sign, bro. $364 is pretty good. I'll take it. Could have been better still. One more day. Hopefully it's not a paid moon or else the run's just over. So let's see what we get. Adamant. Alright. Well. I'm just realizing now that I should have been making a lot of money. Actually, let's close the wheel. Let's see what Adamance is like. I mean, it's 6th day. This is when we normally go to Adamance anyway, so it's kind of funny that this is where we landed. Mild weather, I'll take it. Can't ask for much more, right? One beehive. If it's a free beehive, that would be so sick. It is, wow. Okay. 150? Based 150? For some reason I'm not scanning it. I guess we'll figure it out later. If we live. Now if we get crazy spawns inside, maybe Adamance will treat me right for once. Not that Adamance is required to do that. But it would be real cool. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hairbrush is troll. This room, however, is not troll. Wow. Hold on. Oops. Slight indication of troll, but it is what it is sometimes. And it's mild weather too, so we should be able to go back just fine. Even with a heavy inventory according to people. Let's take a heavy inventory to start with. And we're just gonna have a fighting inventory on the way back. Oh, I think I missed this parkour. Or is it just right here? God damn it, I think I did this wrong. I should have looked up a video. Wait. Ooh, hold on. That's definitely faster than the other one, because I didn't even have to drop anything. I put the beehive on the back there so I can make this run. Enemies can spawn outside now. I feel like I should still go fire exit. There's a world where I had one more Easter egg than this. At the same time, if I lose now, I'll be real sad. And this part I can just walk up. Maybe I'll just leave and let RNG do its thing. This is already the most successful Adamant's run I've ever done, and I'm about to lose this other Easter egg. Watch this beehive be worth more than I think it is, too. We're just kind of getting the motions down of completing an Ironman. 112 is not bad. More than the cash register. I have to roll experimentation offense here, though. I'm allowed to roll... Yeah, I have to roll both of those. And then get either Titan or Rend, and I have to perform pretty well on all of them. I think this might be a case of not earning enough on the moons. It's okay. Dying being eclipsed was a little bit of a bummer. Maybe I should buy some equipment. I don't know. I'm just remembering now that stun grenades used to be a thing for my Ironman runs. Don't know what happened to that. To survive giants. Maybe that's something I bring back for the solo Ironman. There's a world where I had 2 more Easter eggs, maybe 3 more, I lost count. not this one. I think it's just a key in the locker, but okay. Just making sure. Let's see what that does for us. I'm probably gonna just buy a flashlight here. Flashlight and a shovel. I probably have to go deep here. But I don't think this is enough of a overtime bonus to get me to 1500. Yeah. This is under the premise that I'm gonna have to be killing nutcrackers and staying the whole day pretty much and not rolling artifice. Let's just roll right now. Let's see where we're going, because this might just be a run over at the same time. We go to experimentation. Cool. We're gonna try to full clear experimentation. Going to experimentation late in the game is pretty insane. But I'll take it. Actually with this, it increases my chances of being able to go to Artifice. And then Artifice I'm just gonna have to go crazy. We're hoping for a good experimentation here. I'll take the key as well, just in case. Although the key might be more useful on a different map. Yeah, I think I can save it, because experimentation is pretty safe, for the most part. So I can always just come back for the key if I have to. Alright, let's see what our overtime bonus looks like. 123, not bad. 1169. So we're just hoping for no artifice this quota, I guess. For the whole quota. Mild weather on experimentation. Love to see it. Hill beehive. Had to check just in case though. I'm just gonna take the shovel with me and leave it outside for now. Just for quick access. In case we get the unlucky spawns where I'm gonna need them. No old bird outside, so that's already one of the low percent chance rolls off the table. But I'm not too worried about playing around one old bird, and the old bird would at least kill like the dogs for me, and so I'm a little worried if I get a forest keeper at some point. The forest keepers can spawn on experimentation now. Okay, we get some immediate oh no, I thought that was 50. That would have been insane. Gift box is pretty good. One of the better spawns we can get on here. Just because the average roll that you get from a gift box is better than the average roll of a regular loot item. I'm gonna put this outside just because hoarding bugs. Know the vibes. Normally, I use this map to warm up, but in theory I should be warmed up already, so let's see how I perform on a later game experimentation. Now maybe randomized, I was gonna say Nuzlocke. Randomized or Ironman is what I needed for the refresh for the game. Give me a different look. the pan there. I feel like I already have most of the loot, unfortunately. Aye. Well, now I'm past the point of the shovel being useful. Almost didn't see that. Does this not get clapped by this? I might have to go through it. I was right. But unfortunately there's two two-handed items here. So far in too. See if I even remember how to get back. Clean return? I haven't even opened that door yet. I'll take this. It's two more objects to come back with, so might as well have a fighting chance against whatever may show its face. I mean, there's a key, but screw it. I'll wait once. Actually, I'm gonna keep going. Fairly, there's an apparatus somewhere here. We'll take the fire exit, I guess. Since fire exit is something we haven't checked yet. We've got most of the stuff, so pretty good, I'd say. Gotta actually bring it all back. That's the thing, too. Dude, did I just run under a trap? I must have, huh? Imagine I got clapped just right there. Damn. Would not have been cool. Dude, it's still only 2? Did I even go this way? Tattered metal sheet. Didn't even go up here yet. Yes, I did. This is where I started. I just closed the door behind me. Nice. Normally I leave the door open so I know I've been through there. Unless I know there's a bracken, then I'll close it so that way I'll know if a bracken is behind me. Let's at least shuttle this before we go to the fire exit. It's experimentation, I have time. If there were any moon to have time on, it's this one. I could always take the pipe as well. I'm just gonna leave the flashlight and shovel here. I should have enough juice in there to make it worth the while. Actually, I might take the shovel back. I'm gonna take the shovel back because I don't want to go get it or get a new one for a future moon. I probably don't need it on this particular spawn, so I'm only gonna have enough time to take a quick peek in the fire exit. I think that was it. I should expect spiders and snare fleas here actually, since there was like no sound at all for the entire time I was in there. So there's probably like 2 snare fleas and a spider just camped somewhere. In which case maybe the shovel is worth bringing, but it's literally just a quick peek. And if I lose on experimentation, so be it. It's how I would want to go out as an employee. Go out on my favorite moon. There's gonna be spider webs right here, watch. Oh. I don't like that there's steam right here though. But it looks like I can turn it off immediately. This is just the other side. Dude, did nothing spawn? No, that's us. Okay. Well, surely the apparatus is over here then, right? No, this is the fire exit. This is where oh, hey. Towards the mines. Oh, okay. Yikes. Surely we make it back in time. It's gonna be close. Doesn't get much closer than that. One object, damn. Almost got the full clear, but that's like almost as good as we can ask for. 335 out of 244. Just casually outperforming my dying performance on experimentation. Alright. I have to get offense, rend, dine. If I get artifice, I just lose. It's close, but I don't have enough to sell for 1500. No. Okay, well, I'll try to sell anyway. Just cause... yeah. I mean, it is what it is. 1169. Sold at... wait. 53%? No. Doesn't get me all the way there. Maybe I should just, like, have one reroll allowed in the randomizer, just for this to not happen. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Just because rolling Artifice early kind of sucks. Maybe you only get to reroll if you roll Artifice, but then now we're like getting too conditional with the rules, I think. Or what if you if you can afford it, but it's only because the amount you have to sell, you can like move the quota forward. Because then you're going to be at a disadvantage if you do that. Maybe. Well, you might be able to do it in an advantageous way. You might be able to end the Ironman on a full 100% sell day. And that's not ideal either. But we're gonna sell and see if we get enough, just in case the scan is wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be, because this is the only moon I went to this, right? I started this quota on experimentation. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't get me to 1500, there's no world. Unfortunately. 1347, so close. You know, there's two things where I could have made it all the way. If I didn't have to go to Embrion when I did, maybe if I picked up that yield sign on assurance. But it is what it is. Alright, well, let me know what you think about the randomizer Ironman rules and if I should get the reroll or not. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.